yes, it's September. It's a September Siebel Friday. So we have us a 25.9 Siebel release we can talk about. And yeah, a few other things, of course, that are of interest in this season when it's travel season for many people. I go to Oracle events. So yeah, chime in the chat if you are planning to go to any events, Oracle AI World or Frankfurt. So gonna talk about this in a moment. And let's start usual with the usual Siebel review or review of Siebel new features. 25.9 is a CTMS heavy release. So I'll talk about this in a moment. CTMS is, well, as at least one person in the room knows very well, is Siebel Clinical Trial Management Systems or Siebel Clinical. And that got a bunch of enhancements uh, this month. There's also something that goes away or actually went away in August, which is main win. So I just noticed that it actually went away. So when installing Siebel and saying, okay, something's missing. And there's a new Tomcat version. Tomcat is now 10.143. Just get the pen here. Okay, there's the Tomcat version. Okay, so yeah, I will not really introduce you to Siebel CTMS. It's a whole world really um, that is very interesting, and Richard and I we have had some exposure recently with a customer, and it's really its own world, and it's the world of biotech companies, pharmaceutical companies, or CROs. I learned those acronyms, clinical research organizations, and they conduct clinical trials. And of course, Siebel is the perfect fit because you have a lot of people you are, well, injecting stuff with or making clinical trials with. And so you have to keep track of them, keep track of every interaction, when they get money, etc. So yeah, Siebel is a perfect fit. And if you are looking into the CTMS guide and bookshelf, is actually one of the busiest areas of Siebel. It's very interesting. Since 20.1, we got us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 11, not sure I counted correctly, the 11 updates. So that's like every half year, roughly. You can see it here, the cadence. Every half year, there's a major update which warrants a update to the bookshelf guide with major new features in this one single application or product. So that's definitely an area where Oracle puts in a lot of effort and also puts in a lot of new functionality. So I have once discussed with somebody, and we found ourselves in a discussion where we said, okay, there's not many functional enhancements in Siebel over the past, let's say, 10 years because, well, it's more or less feature complete, right? You have 700 fields for contacts. What else do you want? Something along these lines. But some other modules have to keep up with changes, and so that's what we have here, CTMS. Okay. Anything to say about CTMS or the clear cadence of updates here, which is of
I
course a
can't
good
use a
thing.
single one of them.
Yes, Nick, we know your we know we know your conundrum. So that well, that would mean the running the repository upgrade on top of your heavily customized
Yeah.
CTMS, and it would probably break a lot of things and needs
Oh, it does break things.
and lots of rework. So I hope this gets you. I hope you figure this out sometime because
We're
well,
we're working with Oracle on it.
yes, you're still working on it. Okay, good to hear. So don't give up. Um, okay, and well, for the Linux, I understand that it's just Linux at the moment. Um, not Unix actually, or the only remaining Unix for Siebel is AIX. So I was with a customer last week. They are on AIX, and we discussed this. And it's the main win deprecation. It's the main win. If you use Siebel on Linux or Unix, you're familiar with that. It's the emulation layer that allows the code that was written for, well, the Windows MFC or whatever classes in C++, to run natively or half natively on Linux or Unix platforms. And I dug out a screenshot from Mainsoft, the original company that worked with Siebel systems. So there's the press release here. And that is, of course, from, I can't say really, well, the Siebel days, 2003, 4. Who remembers? Anybody?
I think it's
Um,
5.6.
sorry, say again?
5.6 was the first one to run on Solaris, I believe.
5.6, Siebel 5.
Yeah.
Okay, and that already had main win.
I don't know. I didn't actually run it, but I know that was like the first time they added the non-Windows, OSs.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I definitely can remember when I joined Siebel Systems to 2001. There was a there was also big buzz around running Siebel on other platforms than Windows, and well, soon enough, MainWin made an entrance, and now it's disappearing again after probably two decades of serving well. It's been replaced, obviously. I don't know by what. Is there any light we can shed on that? Paging the Oracle folks in the audience.
Alex, I don't know.
You repeat the question, please?
The question is, what is the replacement for MainWin, or is it just the code is now running natively? Maybe.
I don't know. I'd have to ask our engineering boys
Yeah,
about that.
we need
Is
some
it
engineers here in Siebel
deep that
Fridays.
question? Yeah. Well, leave it with me. I'll see what I can find out for you.
Okay, thanks very much. Yeah, of course, that should something that customers don't notice at best because it just keeps running after the update. And if something breaks, it's probably your custom scripts that you have using the MWADM. That was actually what came up with one of my customers, the MainWin admin command line utility or other parts of MainWin. If you rely on that in your custom management scripts, then of course they will break and you have to find a way around that. Okay, so yeah, all good things go away eventually. And Mainsoft actually, as a company, went out of business in 2010. So it's about time. There's no support for this for 15 years. And okay, now on to the future or the present. Yeah, I think all of you have already accomplished the task of passing the new certification exam that Oracle put out. So hands up in the chat. Who did it? Passed the Oracle Siebel CRM Foundations Associate Certification Exam. Okay, yeah, get a Richard passed. Congratulations. Christian, not yet. So yeah, do take it. And there I click the link here. Let me just try. You get so that is probably working or probably not because there was an issue just yesterday or the other. Well, sorry, not this one. This is it's still not available. Yeah, so I keep getting reports from folks on the internet that they can't access this, and it will come back eventually. I'm quite sure of that. So it's just
Yeah, Alex,
not visible.
there's been such high demand for everyone trying to get certified again that there's been some back end problems, as you can see. So the team are actively fixing that as soon as possible.
I don't believe you. I don't believe. You mean back and front?
They'll be back soon, you know.
Yeah, the servers just gave in and melted.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because yeah, that must be it. Okay. So yeah, it will be back definitely. So keep checking that space. And there's another link I found by, well, Googling for the exam, and you can actually bring up a page where you can find more information. So I'm just putting that page in the chat right now, so you can maybe follow along. And none of the links work though, because they lead to that, well, empty page. But you can see there's a recommended training which you can take, and there's the exam topics listed. So the exam topics are based on, as anyone who did it saw the questions around these areas, and they are picked from the modern Siebel training material that is provided courtesy of, well, Richard and myself, Siebel Hub training material. So we're quite proud of that we contribute in this way to the certification efforts. And I get that the Foundations Associate certification is free. Well, at least, yeah, register for free, what says, and everybody who took it knows that. And there will be, I think, John, correct me if I'm wrong, there will be at least one more certification level, a higher level.
Maybe watch this space. Who knows? There could be a professional exam coming soon, which will be incredibly difficult, as one would expect, and it won't be free, and you'll only have one attempt to pass it, which is the norm for the incredibly hard Siebel professional certification. So who knows? Maybe that'll come out soon.
Okay,
And if
okay.
it does, prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself. Watch all the Siebel Hub training you can.
It will be hard. You'll probably definitely need some training refresher to be ready for that exam.
Okay, and I have noticed when I took the exam, was transported back into other certification exams. Now Oracle has a very rigid proctoring utility that you have to put. It even it knew when I even glanced at my phone, and it warned me that I should just look at the screen. So yeah, that is as a proctored exam, so you are being watched while taking it, probably by an AI. I'm not sure. Are there any human proctors anymore?
Are you talking about the questions?
No, the proctoring when
I'm pretty sure it's AI.
Okay, hi Brian, thanks.
What do you mean by the proctoring?
Proctoring is when you take an exam online and you're actually being watched on camera through your webcam.
All right,
Make
okay.
sure you're not doing research on the side to get your
And
questions
you're not
right.
allowed to leave your browser. If you leave a browser, it closes the exam and stuff like that, because you're
John's more used to broadcasting his video rather than having someone else.
Someone, who was it? I was talking to someone who got caught out with that. They were doing the exam, and of course they had the little widget active. But during the exam, someone came into the room and like asked them a question.
Okay,
So
bang.
they answered, he got locked out.
Yeah, it's actually happened to me, but not on a Siebel exam. It does happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
£234 down the drain.
Yes, yes. That still it uses your webcam in your laptop, so it's like it's just seeing you from the front. But there was one proctor exam I took for, well, the other CRM that starts with S, and they had you put up an external camera which watch you from the side, and they required that they see the screen, they see you, your upper body at least, and they see the keyboard and everything. And that was real people watching you. So that was scary. Okay, but yeah, that's the life with those exams. So Siebel certification is back. So watch this space. And well, it's the season where Oracle opens the doors in Vegas, and it's no longer open world, as you might have noticed. Everything is AI now, so it's Oracle AI World, along with the the Siebel Product Council. I just click that link and takes us to the registration page for that product council. So if you're traveling to Vegas, I see in the chat some people have I've told go to Vegas and meet the team, or meet one half at least of the Siebel Hub, Richard, and say hi. I'm sure you all will go to the product council because that's the main Siebel event, or the main event in Las Vegas in this week, really, right? It's the Siebel Product Council. Okay. Anything regarding that event?
Just
Anything you want to
register,
share?
register as soon as possible if you are going to AI World, and you want to come to the product council. Make sure you register as soon as you can, and also register for the appreciation party after the product council, which is always really, really good. But they want to know like numbers and things like that, as you'd expect. So just get registered. Yeah, quickly.
Okay, get registered. Yeah, thanks, John.
And if you're kind of watching this on replay or something, if you're not necessarily traveling in for the AI World Conference, but you're fairly local, you can travel in just for this one day, and you don't have to buy an AI World Conference pass to come to the product council and the networking event afterwards. You can actually do that for free.
Okay, this is great. Thanks, thanks, John, for the update on that. And this is very soon. This is like in 2 weeks' time, and soon the week after that, if you want to get your jet lag on another level, you can go to Frankfurt, Germany, and be part of the Siebel CRM European Summit, which is a 2-day event. We already talked about that, but just a reminder, there's another event coming up in Europe, and if you're around, would love to meet you there.
Sorry, Alex, to interrupt you on that one. If you want to join the European Summit, you have to register SAP. We have limited seats, and it's almost booked fully.
Okay.
So please register immediately.
Okay, thanks, Angelos, and very good news. So all 2,000 seats are sold. So
3,000.
Yeah.
Sorry, how long does it take to receive confirmation? Because I registered myself on 2nd September and I still didn't get like any confirmation for attendance to this event.
Please email me with your company name, your
Okay.
email address, and I can check it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like. Did you register with corporate email or like a private?
Yeah, I registered with a company email with ideaportriga.com.
Okay, cool.
I can forward. I did like this
okay.
registration and I received like pending
just-
confirmation, so like that email, and that's it.
I'll fire off an email now. Don't worry, I've got your name.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
And if you come, you get to meet me in person. If you haven't previously.
Oh yeah,
'Cause I
Brian is
will be there.
coming. Brian is coming too. Looking forward to that, Brian. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
also Agnes from the PM team as well will be there.
Agnes
So,
Sang, yeah.
yes.
And
So if you have questions for any of us,
Uh,
please
the-
send them in advance and we'll make
Yeah,
sure they
there
get
is
answered. in the
there's of course
presentation.
a page where the speakers are. So is Pritham coming as well? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. So it's confirmed that confirmed speakers. Very nice person. So who's this guy? And yeah, and
Who's
we
this handsome guy with the glasses?
yeah, who is this guy? And yeah, I was preparing for my session already, which is on day 2, and I'll be talking about enhancing user journeys with AI, using generative AI for the code generation to enhance the user journey with AI. So it's AI for AI, and that will be definitely something we take AI to the power of 2 here. So check out the agenda. I think it's complete. John, is that agenda-wise, or will there be any updates?
Yeah, we try to push the agenda as early as possible, so to give everyone an idea of just how you know, packed out these 2 days are. This is something quite ambitious. We've never really done
Oh yeah, it's
this
a
size for a while. So hopefully this gives everyone the impression that they got to be there, right? And then
yeah, definitely.
there might be some subtle tweaks to the agenda, you know, between now and the next 3 weeks, but this is pretty much the outline we're trying to follow.
But
Okay.
also, if you're flying back home on Wednesday, don't plan your flight too early. Otherwise, you might miss something. From my experience, it is never done at the time that it is stated. So maybe half an hour later, at least, you can plan. Also, then there will be some networking or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
And no, Richard, I'm not a German. I don't wear leather.
Lederhosen. Yeah. In Frankfurt, there's no Lederhosen really. That would be Munich.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Great stuff. So that's really a very cool agenda. So I can't wait for this and looking very much forward to the European Summit. And well, yeah, those two guys from the Siebel Hub will be there with, and if you have any questions about our modern, always up-to-date Siebel training curriculum, which we deliver in partnership with Oracle University, well, talk to us on that event. We are there for you. Another piece of information that just recently discussed with a customer, customers actually on this page. So well, the people I talked to, they didn't know that. So I brought up the page to say, oh, we're there. Our company is listed. That's the Siebel info portal. And that's a page curated by, well, is it just you, John, or is there a team on it?
Yeah, we've got a team of people who work on this. And what we're trying to do is just be as transparent as possible with our customers, right? So we understand it is quite difficult to find information about Siebel across all the different platforms and sites and things like that. So we just thought, like the PeopleSoft team have done very well, let's just create an info portal as well, similar to theirs, right? And just try and put as much information as we can on there to help the Siebel community understand what's going on with the product, understand what other customers are doing, how to find a partner, how to find an event that's going on. So, you know, this is all attached to online search as well. So literally just pull up your browser, search Siebel events. Hopefully the page comes up straight away. And so, you know, everyone's going to know what's going on with Siebel now. Be no more like, no one's told me what's going on, right? It's like, it should be all on here. You just go there, you're going to find out what's happening.
Okay.
And it's really just for the community. Like, so, you know, how do you find a customer like you who's perhaps done something innovative and presented on, you know, one of our on our webinars or at our events before? You know, what's just the key points about the product that we have that maybe you're not aware of? You know, what innovations have we released? Just little things like that.
Okay, I'm just browsing the menus as you speak. So thanks, John, and thanks to the team. Kudos. That's really a great page. A lot of links here, especially in the resources. If you look for Siebel training, that's where I look for. Okay, great stuff. Yeah, so hopefully this works out to be the one, besides the siebelup.com, of course, the one go-to page where you find everything about Siebel. And well, speaking of, well, Siebel Hub or Siebel Fridays, the next Siebel Friday, the one after the Frankfurt event, will be pre-recorded. I will not be available for a live event, but then in November, we'll just continue with the usual live events. Last year, we did also one pre-recorded one, which was quite well received. So it will just be on YouTube as a premiere. And we, of course, continue with Siebel Fridays, so there's no end date yet. Okay. So yeah, that was the news, Siebel news, exciting stuff. Anything else from your side? I see the chat is very active. Okay, there's a different URL. That's siebelinfo.com. Okay, let me try that. Give a moment. Siebelinfo.com.
Yeah, it works.
Siebelinfo.com.
I know. That's really cool.
Okay. Wow. Okay, power of the internet. So yeah, that siebelinfo.com is in the chat if you want an even easier URL to go to. And Brian asks, what about Siebel.com? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, Siebel.com still functions. It just
Uh,
takes you not to there.
Yeah.
I hope it takes you not to the competition. No, it takes you to the Oracle.
It does take us to this. It does take us to this, which is a Siebel page, but
It's the product page, right? I would say.
yeah, it seems like. I mean, John, you probably already looked into this, but it just seems like this should at least have an obvious link to that other page.
Yeah, obviously. Okay,
Yeah, it does. If you click on any of those three options that
They
you
all
see,
go to the
Yeah.
same place.
that'll take you to the info button. If you go down the bottom of the page to,
Oh yeah, wow.
if you go down the bottom of the page to community or something, or resources, I think we linked it in there as well.
Industry, coming down. Okay, resources. If I go to here, any
Customer
link?
community, maybe.
Customer
Yeah,
community.
there you go.
Well, there's the information portal. Yeah.
It's a little buried, but okay.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find. It's like the
But yeah,
link to the exam or the
yeah,
training.
yeah. So, but I like the fact that when you follow these links, you also get not this one.
No,
but
you also get other random stuff.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
The learn about OCI takes you. So it's getting there, and will be the go-to portal soon.
It looks nice.
And it has a nice redwoody look to it. I like it. Okay. Yeah, so I have a bit more bits and pieces from well my prep work for the event in Frankfurt. I would like to share with you because it was just a little bit of fun. We started with my customer last week. They were very keen on learning about how to use AI and specifically how to use AI assistance for coding with Siebel CRM. So bear with me for a moment. I'll just pull this up. And so we have here, well, a Siebel Vanilla Redwood application. And I always have a showcase for AI integration. And here's the one I built, the little transformer button you can put on applets, and it, well, opens a dialog, which then shows after a while the response from the Gen AI, which in this case is Cohere on OCI. Could be any AI. So that customer, they have their own AI running on their own private cloud. So they're really wealthy. And they went to great lengths to explore if it can be connected to Siebel in last week. And it actually was possible. So they were very keen. And yeah, that is the demo basically that is popping up that dialogue. And well, maybe saving the generated summary as a note to the service request in this case, and so forth. So the question arose also from the team, from my customer last week. How do you do this? This looks great. This is this standard OpenUI? Or I said, no, it's a customization. So you have to learn a little bit of OpenUI coding. And I said, yeah, but we have this framework that we use, and we must follow that code template. I say, okay, why not let's give that code template to the AI and tell the AI what kind of JavaScript code you want to generate. So believe it or not, that dialogue you see here is using a relatively new framework. So I discovered a new nice little JavaScript framework recently, and I asked my favorite AI to help me generate the code to pop up that dialog. And the dialog shows some AI stuff itself, so it's quite meta here. And that little library I'm using is quietui.org. Is it org? Yeah. So quietui.org, and is a component-based library. So for example, you can find a dialog component, and it super easy to use. And if you heard me rambling on about Shoelace, Shoelace, which is from the same developer, shoelace.style, it's actually very similar, but it's a modernized version. Shoelace is practically version 1 of that kind of web component framework. There's WebAwesome, which is the commercial branch, and there's now Quiet UI. So look into this if you're looking for a super lightweight, because it's only a single or 2 files you need to inject in your browser. So that's all you need to do, or in your OpenUI manifest if you download them. And that's all you need to get you going. It's not a big framework which you need to install with npm and have 1,000 dependencies. So it's super lightweight and super effective, but it's super new, right? So it is brand new. So it's literally out there, I don't know, a few weeks. So there's not a single LLM which actually can use this, right? So LLMs fail when you ask them to help me with some code on Quiet UI. And here's something I learned with Quiet UI, that there is a actual format. Here's a section here, using AI with Quiet. They have a file you can download or point your LLM to. It's called llms.txt. So there's even a emerging standard for that kind of stuff. So it's super interesting, super nerdy. So that's the description of the whole library in a format that is suitable for LLMs to consume, so they can understand what you mean, they can understand the terms. And that one text file I placed in my LLM, just uploaded it literally, and then it was able to generate the function which we just witnessed, opening the dialog. So here I have the code here. So that's the function it created. I asked it to prefix it with BCRM. That's my company prefix, and that's the unchanged code that came from that LLM. And it opens the dialog, and it establishes the buttons and the button handlers, etc. It also created an update dialog function, so I can fill any HTML content or text content in the dialog. So that was very sweet. I did this, in a matter of few minutes. I replaced a jQuery dialog, which was the former solution, with the modern style dialog that Quiet allows me to do. Okay, so that's my own journey about using AI for real work in OpenUI, and the customer also was keen on understanding. Okay, JavaScript or modern frameworks, well documented. The LLM knows a lot about them if they're not brand new like this one. But what about Siebel eScript? And we did a fun little experiment, and I would like you to participate in that experiment. So I have, preparing a slide deck here. I have a test prompt, which is a well-crafted prompt to allow you to generate eScript code. And as you can see, the prompt write Siebel eScript code that accomplishes the following: query the contact business component, or fill in your business component using the ID field, fill in your field, explain what the input is and the variable name, and save the contact's last name in a variable. So you can see you can replace the field and BC names here. And that's the prompt I'm going to, prompt my LLM with. So here's my LLM. So yeah, I'm using Claude from Anthropic. I'm subscribed to that, but you can, if you have any of your personal LLM preferences, try pasting that, pasting it in the chat, and try pasting it into your LLM. So, and without further ado, so it's really a test for the LLM. Can it handle, does it understand Siebel script and not? Of course, the responses are always a little bit different, as is with LLMs, but it should be functional code. And so it's drafting, we're live coding. And yeah, if you're familiar with Siebel script, you can see that it's actually quite doing a very good job. So maybe even better than most of us humans, mere mortals. Most of us forget about exception handling. It filled that in. It does the business object instantiation, business component, clear to query. Oh, it forgot. Yeah, I forgot one thing. Do you know what it forgot to do?
Yes. Set view mode.
Set view mode, yes. It's
Also activate field.
and activate field. Very
Yes.
good. Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to activate the
Actually, you don't have to activate. Well, no. You don't have to activate last name. It's
Oh.
force. I'm pretty sure it's.
It's probably
force
force active, but I doubt
Yeah.
it knows this.
But it should have. You doubt it. Thought of that.
Yeah. But it's that's the quality of code we talk about that comes out from a simple prompt. Imagine what you can do if you spice it up a little bit, upload some documents. What about the bookshelf guide? You can upload it, and so it knows a little bit more. So this is what it knows by itself. And I was pretty impressed. And the customer
Alex, if you give the same prompt and tell it to use strong typing, what would it do?
okay, so now we're experimenting. Okay, I'll just reply. Can you change the code and use just like that strong typing?
Yeah.
Let's say, please. I'm European. And well, it reworks the code.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not acting super. It's not making a fool of itself.
It should use characters instead of string.
That's not string. I think string works, but it's cars as well.
It does. Cars, yeah.
Cars, but string, I guess string is
a little bit of an overhead because it's an object, not
it's
primitive.
an object. Yeah, good to have you here, Kerry, because you're a mystery script. So yeah, it's making a few things up in the explanation, but it's actually quite impressive that this is the state where we are in the end of 2025, and it only gets. This is the worst code you will see. Right? It's always the worst code you'll see in 1 year from now. It will probably have included activate. I got some versions of that with activate field. So especially from other LLMs, which are even stronger with Siebel script. So I have some screenshots there. So that's the, let me just get that full screen. So that's Meta Llama, the one hosted on OCI. So if you're using OCI and Meta, don't go near Cohere, right? for that kind of job. It can't do code. But
this one has a. I don't like this one. I don't like that return in the middle of a tri-state.
Yeah, it has a return because it came up with a function. It came up with a function body.
Yeah, but it should have returned it after the final. It's not the job of trying to do a return.
Yeah. It doesn't know the context really. Is it like a business component? But in Siebel script, you actually rarely return something. Yeah, but it doesn't know that. But apart from that, it's pretty cool. It even activated ID. So okay, we have to deduct some points there. This one was,
so many customers do that too. So
everybody. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. This one was the best one in my run today. This is XAI's grok. So if that is hosted on OCI as well, or it's not hosted. I understand it's actually passed through, but well, maybe it runs on Oracle's hardware. Who knows these days? But it's one of the mightier LLMs out there. So this is unchanged code. This is the code I got from it. It also created a function out of the prompt, but the code inside the function, except for the return, is flawless.
The no comments, dinging it for that. There's a school of thought out there that you really should not comment your code, that it should be self-explanatory. That I was reading about recently. So it may be an intentional.
I asked it.
I said, I'm so anti no commenting. My comments make my managers angry.
You don't need to code. Here we execute the query. There's no comment needed for execute query.
Alex, I think you wanted to also talk about the inner functions thing.
Well, all three codes are failing if there is no row ID coming.
Well,
it's the first record.
It presumed it comes as input to a function, so I forgive
but there's no check if it's bad.
Some of
it does. It does a first record.
It does a first record.
Yes, but if you got an empty
check for empty row ID or something,
then you get the first record.
If the row ID is empty, the search spec is.
It does.
Yeah, it's like leaving the
absolutely.
field. Leaving the field empty.
It's just like doing a query with no parameter.
So get a random first record. Yeah, so that.
Yep.
So you get the first contact. That's the reason why the first contact in some applications always has a lot of entities.
That feels like a bug. If I want to search for an ID of an empty string, I should not get any records.
It does. I mean, that's sort of for any VC. It's not just contact.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying I don't. That feels wrong
so
to
I
me.
kicked off an eScript expert round here.
We have it in every second Siebel review, code review. ID is empty.
Okay, but I've never noticed, but that seems wrong.
But Carrie mentioned something. I didn't want to drown out Carrie here with you mentioned something. Okay.
Well, I think, Alex, you wanted to briefly discuss the inner functions in Web Tools.
Okay, yes. Thanks for bringing that up. I didn't dare to because it was in the release notes. There's mention of a new eScript feature called inner functions. Yeah. How can we?
It's just for Web Tools really. It's something that some people use, but I personally don't like it. If you're ever programmed in Java and you've had to write an inner class, a little helper class that says, I'm within a main class but I want this specialized functionality to be contained within it. The eScript allows that too, where you can write a function within a function. So you start a function and then right in the middle of it, you start a new function, and that function is supposed to help the outer function.
Yeah.
So that is allowed. There's uses for it, but I would not think that it's going to make it very easy to understand what you're doing in some situations. In some, it'll make it easier. Some, it'll make it harder.
And that is allowed ever since, so it's just not documented?
Yes. Well, it's going to be documented.
Okay, so that's going to be documented soon. Good to hear, yeah. So it's another, let's say, documentation enhancement at least. It's not a new feature. Maybe some people came upon it by accident. And
we had customers that do that, and it just Web Tools wouldn't let you do it. If you try to do it, it's saying you can't declare a function within another function.
But Siebel,
there was a fix. Yeah.
Okay, but the Siebel tools you probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
why would you do a function in a function?
It's to help the outer function. So you have a function, Nick, where you want some specialized functionality to be contained within a function itself.
Yeah. You
rather
pasted
than writing
something
this
in the
as a
chat.
separate one.
I'll bring that up on screen. Yeah.
One I think an example is that you may want to have some commonly named function that you could see using many times within an overall business service, but you want to you could isolate the scope by putting the function inside another function. So if you have function called process row, and maybe there's different types of processing of rows you want to do, but you could have a process row function inside function A and a different process row function inside function B. As an example, it isolates the scope of the availability of the function to only be available inside the outer function.
Okay, and that feature is now called inner functions.
Inner or nested functions.
Inner or nested.
Yeah.
It can make your script much harder to understand if those functions become very long and complicated. But if it's a simple helper function that makes it clearer to put all of your logic that you wanted in one place, then it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Super.
I mean, you see it all the time in Java, that sort of thing. I mean, it's extremely common.
Yeah. In Java, it's very common to do that. Yeah. So because the class, well, in eScript or ECMA4, there's no real class concept, right?
Right.
So,
and also note, you can't get to this inner function from anywhere except the outer function. You can't do outer function dot inner function, anything like that.
You can't. You cannot.
Right.
No,
it's a scope. It's a protected. It can really help. Yeah, it's a protected function.
Yeah. Okay. I've seen people doing in eScript. I've overriding the prototype even, so that is definitely illegal, I guess. But
yeah.
Overriding the buscomp or buscomp prototype. Yeah.
So in this particular case, it would execute all three functions?
Yes. It would enter the pre-delete record and then go to the bottom where it says inner function 1, 2, 3 and execute all of those and then exit.
Right. So the first, the function statements are just defining the functions, just like any other function. And then, in this particular example, they are called at the bottom.
Do you do the returns in the function too, or not?
Yeah, you can return from those functions.
You could. Yes, you could. Right.
Yeah.
It's going to return to the outer function, not out of the outer function.
Gotcha.
Okay. Can be helpful, can be dangerous. Thanks very much, Kerry, for explaining this one single feature that I think many people just raised their eyebrows when they were reading the release notes, not just me.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. So, coming back to that AI bit. So eScript it's fun generating eScript with an AI, and the AIs are getting better at it. It was, first time I did it was maybe when ChatGPT came out and it failed miserably. And now it's really something, but there are some bloopers you can maybe on a lighter note, let's, at the end of this call, there are some blooper reel here. So don't go near Cohere for coding. It makes things up. Very bad set property on a business component. Yeah, don't go there. I have a tool called Sim Theory, which is kind of an aggregator, so you can run your prompt against a lot of LLMs, around 40 or 50. And so I ran it against I forgot what this was, ChatGPT 5, yeah. But it started generating a whole HTML standalone tool, an HTML page. There was a tool that actually showed the code. So the code was still good, but it was an HTML page with code, so, and with a button to copy it to clipboard. So it created an application. And DeepSeek is Chinese, so it came back with some Chinese and some code, which is probably I shouldn't have run. Yeah, that was fun. And sometimes you have to teach the AI. So once I told Claude it shouldn't actually chain the methods. That's something that actually doesn't work in eScript. So you can't do getBus object dot getBusComp. I tried. I actually broke the code it generated, and I told it, okay, separate these lines, and it thanked me. And it does no longer do it. So the point is also the
Used to be able to.
well,
That was possible years ago before the strongly typed engine.
okay. So probably the strong type engine put an end to. I hate it. I hate it, by the way. I hate chained code. I say, why not do two lines? I mean, it's not, it's not that bad. One line does one thing, right? Maybe so that doesn't definitely the chaining doesn't work in at least in 25.9 when I ran the code generated it threw an error. And yeah, so that's this this AI journey. I will present that in Frankfurt, so I won't spoil anymore. So I gave the LLM a mock-up screenshot of my dialogue, and it well came up with I uploaded the LLM text for the brand new framework. I was able to generate some decent code which opened up that dialogue. And of course, the dialogue shows some AI response or anything you want. All right. So with that, floor is yours. Microphones are up. If anything else to say, to share, there's a lot going on in the chat, which is good.
Well, Alex, I put a few examples of what I wanted, some examples of how you use it. So I asked Copilot and put some examples in the chat, what it gave me.
Okay.
And that was like within seconds of asking the question.
So it started writing eScript inner functions for you.
Yep.
Ah, nice. Yeah, see.
I didn't know how to use it. So I asked it for some examples.
Yeah, okay. It's very creative. So Copilot is what you're using. One word of caution, of course, with LLMs. Sorry for that, was wrong. Is that here's the slide. That you should never ever copy paste anything. Sorry, that was the wrong slide. Okay, maybe yeah, here it is. Sorry. So never ever upload anything or in your prompt mention anything that is real life data, sensitive customer data, or any information that could get you in trouble or the customer in trouble. Because those LLMs, especially Copilot, they gobble up all the data and they regurgitate it and they learn from it and they spit it out. Or if there's a leak, your data is in the leak. So I'm sure everybody in the room is aware, but people who are new to the whole LLM business or the AI business should always know that. It's not the first time that customer data was made public that way. So word of caution here when you get too excited, right? All right. Okay, so seems like no further questions. So thanks.
I don't know, this could be just for the group. I'm sure you know that within a few years, our certificates are going to have to change every 47 days.
47?
Yep. On March 1st, the certificates are only going to last 200 days. On March 15th, 2026, 200 days. And March 15th, 2027, 100 days.
Oh boy.
And March 15th, 2029, 47 days.
Okay, where's this going? Is it like going to you have to
all
generate
your certificates will be, that's the max length, will be able to create them.
Wow. Okay, so that means
Can I comment?
Sure.
Yep.
We're aware of it. And there's another customer who asked about this as well. Is that they've asked for the ability to be able to upload a new certificate via SMC, so that you could easily do that. Presumably, if we do that, we would also be able to do it via REST because, because we would. And so we're looking to simplify that, but it just literally came on up last week, is when I learned about it. The other thing that I will also note for you is that CAs are no longer, root CAs are no longer going to be allowing a certificate to have both the server and client auth extended properties. So right now for Siebel, if the certificate needs to have both a client and a server auth extended property, and that allows, say, an AI to talk to a gateway, and it's that the AI is passing its certificate along, and the gateway is going, oh, okay, yes, this guy is allowed to be a client because he has client auth. And then on the server side, so it's two-way authentication, or two-way, not authentication, not the right word, but two-way negotiation for the certificates. That's not going to work anymore after some date, and so we're working on that problem as well, in case anyone comes across it. I think that's kind of bizarre, but I mean I think this thing with the 47 days is a little crazy.
Yeah, what's the next step? Is it like 24 hours, or you have to generate a certificate at every request?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just I mean, it just seems like an operational headache, but
we're using CertBot and Locksmith to handle our automatic certificate process.
Right.
And I've successfully done that for my vanilla environment, for the Linux box. So,
okay.
Yeah, there's that note.
To have it actually update without downtime?
No, I'll have to bounce it.
Okay.
I'll have to do it on patch weekend.
Okay, there's a way to do it without downtime. I'll send you a link to that. There is a way. You have to set up a special user and then bounce once, and then you're able to make a call to the server and say, "Hey, go reread the certificates."
Okay.
Dump your cache and reload.
So that's a Tomcat feature.
So yeah, it's a feature of Tomcat. So there is a way around it. We just need to productize it on our side to try to make it easy for people to use.
So my suggestion to the group would be is first part of March, get all your certificates with the 398 certificates the next year. And
well, 200 at that.
Yeah. Figure out how to do it.
Yeah, fair point. That's for new certificates as of that date.
Yep.
Or
March
is
25th, March 15th,
or is or is Chrome going to say, sorry, your certificate is longer than 200 days?
It just will expire. It'll have expired.
Okay. I'm saying if I have a certificate that I make on March 14th for 398 days.
Oh, you're good.
Is it actually going to work on March 16th, or is Chrome going to say,
that will break the
sorry,
internet.
this is not the type of, no, I understand it will, but this is going to break the internet anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to, especially when it gets down to
47, yeah.
To 47 days. I mean, that's just, and whatever. I mean, there's a zillion, whatever sites out there that don't have people that really kind of look at this sort of thing.
Mm.
I mean, like just smaller sites,
and also the
and possibly even bigger sites.
I mean, we are running, for example, siebelhub.com. We have to pay for the certificate, for the TLS certificate.
Right.
And every time,
Well, yeah,
that's
the other
$200
thing
every
is-
time. That's $200 every time. So now we obviously
yeah,
we'll have to spend much more money
know-
on that.
I know for me, just on a personal site that I run, I paid for a 5-year certificate, but they reissue it yearly. So I get 5 years for one payment.
Yeah, it depends on the
But
provider.
then, right? No, I understand. But I'm saying then yearly, right now I get a new one, but it's like part of what I bought up front. So I think, I think realistically, root CAs are going to have to, look at doing that sort of thing. You can't be buying a new certificate every 47 days. It's insane. And it just is.
Yeah, those things are not free, right?
Yeah.
Unless you go with Let's Encrypt, and but never got my head around this one.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're using. Let's Encrypt. I think that's what we're using.
Yeah, and those are free, right?
Yeah,
Not sure how. I don't know how Duke's doing it, but I don't worry about it. I don't have to pay for it.
Oh, no. Okay, well, yeah, the ever-changing internet now, and we're part of that.
As always, Brian and Carrie, if you need a guinea pig,
we appreciate it. We may reach out to you on how you did it, because
I'll send you the document.
Or maybe Holger will, or someone will.
Well, yeah. So maybe on March 14, actually 2029, you have to get your implant, which then validates you at every computer interaction anyway. So you
We'll have ribbons.
Don't have to worry about that. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Nick, for bringing this up, and let's see how this plays out. And definitely watch another space to watch. And yeah, thank you all so very much for being here today. It was a great Siebel Friday, and I'm looking forward to see many of you soon in Frankfurt. And on behalf of Richard, I also say thank you and see you in Las Vegas. Yeah, then have a great time. Have a great weekend. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Alex. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.